If you are in week 5 packet looking at the math activity, this is what you will see. I wanted to kind of give a verbal explanation to hopefully reduce questions, but as always, if you need further questions answered, just let your child's teacher know and we'd be glad to help you. So the purpose of this activity is to actually put together a living room. So we kind of go through the measurement phases on a house. And so this part is the staging portion, if you will. So these are the directions that you will see, but I'm going to kind of go through. Make sure you put your child's name here, the grade, which should be 7th, and their teacher's name. In the instructions, you will find that the area of the living room should be 400 square feet, but in order to allow variety, your child is going to choose the dimensions of the room. And when you are finished, make sure you come back and answer this question right here, which says how much of your living room floor is not covered by your furniture pieces, and it gives you a little hint there. If you overlap the furniture, that's absolutely okay. But for the purpose of this question, assume that they are not overlapped, just to make the question a little bit easier to understand. So if you were doing the paper version here, this is your living room design. So it's a rectangular shape. Once again, the area should be 400 square feet. So the student should put a dimension here and here that when you perform the area would equal 400. So anything that they would like here, as long as the area would equal 400. Then if you keep moving down, there are different pieces of decor. So there are 2 rugs to choose from. There are 2 chairs to choose from, 2 sofas, coffee tables, and TV stands. Your child, I believe, needs to choose 5 pieces of furniture. So if you look at 5 pieces of furniture, any 5 pieces are fine. And we are not going to be picky on how you do this. So your child, if they would like to choose this rug, they are welcome to cut this rug out and put it anywhere they would like here. If they don't want to cut the rug out, or you don't have the supplies to do that, you are welcome to draw that rug here. However, whatever works easiest for you guys, whatever you have the resources for, go ahead and do that. But choose 5 pieces of furniture, and you can either cut and glue it here or draw it, or whatever way you find is fine with us. If you downloaded the version and you want to click and drag, if it allows you to edit, I'm not exactly sure. You do not have to put these numbers here, but these are important for the math portion that they're going to fill out. So for this page, all you have to do is pick 5 pieces of furniture and put it here in some way, shape, or form. And remember, you're putting the dimensions here. If you keep going down, you are going to fill this table out based on what you chose. So you need to first fill this out. So remember, your entire living room, the area should be 400 square feet. Whatever 2 dimensions you put on your living room, write those here. And you can do this however you would like. If you chose the table that was darker, you can cut this out and glue it here. You can write what it says here, right here. Once again, we're not picky, so don't stress out about it. However, you can come up with whatever way you come up with to get the 5 pieces of furniture that they chose. Here are the descriptions. So whichever 5 they chose, they need to go right here. In addition to that, they need to hear all the dimensions. So if they chose the table that was darker, whatever dimensions were labeled up here, they would need to grab those dimensions. You can, once again, cut, I'm not sure what those dimensions are, take whichever one it is and cut it and paste it here, or just write them here. The final section here are your options, are the answers to the area of each furniture piece. And we're only talking about the floor space that it comes up. So we're actually only talking about the bottom. So if you multiply these 2 together, whatever that answer would be, those would need to go together. So if I'm looking at this table And if I put the darker table here, I should put the dimensions of the darker table there and the area that would take up on the floor. So this is kind of like your word bank here. Once again, you can write the answers in. You can cut and paste or whatever works for you. So this is kind of just an example. I didn't want to give away answers, but here's an example of what one living room might look like with 5 pieces of furniture in there. And I used the rectangular rug, so that's here. I would then need to put the dimensions here and the area. Here, I left that off, but I put the dimensions here so you kind of see how this works. I just wanted to make sure you had an example. So just to clarify here, we're only talking about the space that it would take up on the floor. So if you're confused, like right here on this sofa, this is 8.75 feet long. And I know that probably looks like the height of the sofa, but we're actually talking about the floor space, so how deep that is. So don't let the display of the numbers confuse you. Those are the numbers you will use to calculate the area that they will take up on the floor. I hope this helps, but once again, if you have any questions, please let your child's teacher know. Make sure you answer this question at the bottom at the top, along with having this page done and the table. Once again, please don't stress out about how it gets done. As long as it gets done, we are happy with you guys.